projects are there, what kind of opportunities are there in that particular domain. Hi guys, welcome. So this video is about service-based companies. So you might be a fresher who recently cleared an interview for one of these service-based company, or you might be preparing to get into one. So I'm gonna share few tips why I'm making this video. Okay, let's discuss that, because we all know that most of the projects in these service-based companies are support projects. Okay, and then there are chances that you might get into a project which doesn't match your skill set. There are some projects which includes real manual work, such as filling Excel sheets, some ticket fixing thing. If you are a programmer and you love code, so definitely I don't think any programmer would wish to get into this work. So I'm gonna share some tips that you can use while you're in your training period, initial training periods, or before joining, or once you've joined you might have not got a project yet. So these will be helpful during that phase, and you can even try these out if you have just started in such project. So there are projects, it's not like all the projects will include manual work. No, it's not the case. There are many projects with really good development things. The first thing which is very much important is being super proactive. You've just got into your training period, so all these companies have a batch of around 150 to 200 and maybe more than that. So you have to be very much active over here and try to make as many contacts as you can. Try to interact with everybody and also interact with your faculties. Those are the people, the one who are training you in your initial training periods. They are mostly more than 5 years experience, so they might help you with some tips. If you don't know anybody experienced in the corporate sector, you can get to know them, you can talk to them. So they definitely share some experiences which will help you make your journey smoother in your project. Talking about contacts, why you need to make contacts with the freshers, I'll tell you why. Let's suppose your training period ended. All of you will get to different domains, all of you will get different projects. As soon as you get to know your domain, go and Google it out. What kind of projects are there, what kind of opportunities are there in that particular domain. Got to know that the project that you are being mapped to involves total manual work, or you don't like the technology, or you don't like the work which is being done over there. So what you can do is go and talk to all your friends that you made during your training periods. Any one of them, there are high chances that few of them will get good projects. Some of them might be working on a technology which you like. So what you can do is you can talk to them and they can talk to their project if there is any requirement, or if they need someone in that particular technology. So you can go and interview for that project directly and get selected. Second thing is, these companies have their own internal portals where they post requirements for particular projects, what kind of technology is there, what kind of work is there. So I would suggest during your training period itself, start exploring the jobs which you can directly contact the people of those projects to get interviewed for that, and then you might end up getting a technology of your choice. A development project is big, and on top of that, if you are getting technology of your choice, that's even big and better. Number 3 is, which is a little difficult one. You might be told by people that no, because you've been mapped to this project, so you have to do this only. We don't have an option, you cannot change. Yes, you can. You have a right to say no, that this doesn't match with my skill set. I don't want to get into this. It's not the kind of work that I want to do. So you can talk to the resource manager. What are your expectations? And you have to show them your skills. Okay, I possess all these skills, and so this is a little difficult one. The first two, where you have contacts in some project where you already know people are working on this technology, and if there is any requirement in those projects, so you can directly go and interview over there and get selected for that particular project. The fourth tip is, it's a complimentary tip which will help you in your journey, and that is this. Yes, communication. Good communication. Why? Let's suppose you are sitting in a room with 50 other people and some discussion is going on. They are asking for some suggestion or anything, and you have an idea in your mind, but you are not able to convey your idea in a way that you want it to be conveyed. You fall short of words while explaining your ideas. So your idea might be great, your suggestions might be good, but if you don't know how to effectively communicate it to others, it won't work, right? If people don't understand what you're trying to say, so what you're saying will have no value. So let's say you're not that good in communication, so I would suggest you that right now itself you start working on that. Along with your programming skills, start working on your communication skills as well. So effective communication is something like, the more you learn it, the more you realize there's more in it. I hope this helps somebody in getting a good project, and it can save you from being stuck somewhere and doing some kind of manual work which you don't like. Now, but also don't keep high expectations thinking that okay, I know Python and I'll get something in Python. So you might get Java, you might get Angular, you might get any other language to work on. If you're getting something in development, that's good enough. And if you get something of your choice, like completely the language that you want to work on, that's way better. That's it for this video, guys. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so that I can make more such content for you, and hit the like button if you like it. Bye bye.